Hey everybody, welcome. Episode 96 of Franco's World. Thanks for stopping by. Today's episode is also going to be on YouTube as well as everywhere you can find your podcast. Remember to subscribe to the show so it can grow. Tell your friends about it. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Franco's World _ And yeah, all right. Hey, last weekend went to Pittsburgh. A lot of fun. So I probably got a bunch of new listeners from that. And I got to get right into the Pittsburgh trip. I got to get right into it because a lot of stuff happened. Names will be omitted to protect anonymity here. But it was a ton of fun, man. It was something that I needed to happen. Felt like I've been cooped up a bunch. And my therapist actually told me, he's like, do you have... It was funny. We were talking last week about how I just feel like I've been stuck in this routine where I go to work at my parents' business and I take the back roads there and it's out in the country. And then I go home and I'm in the countryside and my next door neighbor's half a mile away. Don't really have a ton of people to see, have like 2 or 3 friends. And we have to be, cautious of what we can and can't do and stuff like that. So options are limited, especially in the cold weather that we just had. So my therapist was like, hey, do you have any friends from college or anything that you could just go stay on their couch for a week to get out of your house? And I'm like, Doc, I don't think I do. And so thankfully, a couple of my childhood friends were going up to Pittsburgh. One of them actually lives there. The other one was going up with a bunch of his friends from his college. And they were celebrating, finishing up med school and stuff like that. And they're all going to go off to different parts of the country and be doctors. And that's going to be well and good. And I'm going to be a jokester and that's well and good. But man, a bunch of antics went on. There was a lot of crazy characters, a lot of fun characters. I'm trying to think of what I can and can't say. I should have written this down better. I have nicknames for everybody in my mind just to completely make sure that nobody knows who they are. But I'll go through the whole trip here. So on Thursday, I get up there and I stay in this hotel, super nice hotel. Could not get a deal on it, unfortunately. Super nice hotel in Lawrenceville. And it's like an old school turned hotel. You could totally tell this was an old school. The ceilings are huge. The staircases have lockers in them. The hallways have lockers in them. It just has like that old school feel. Like somebody definitely failed algebra in my bedroom. It was a super nice hotel. Like I would totally stay there again. It was just a little, pricey to stay there for 3 days. Just me, Hotel was really nice. Thursday, your first day, guys trip, girls trip, just any sort of like fun trip. Your first day there, you're probably not going to hit it too hard. First day is really like an intake day. You got to get in the clubhouse. You got to get the gang together. You got to joke around, feel it out, get some familiarity with each other. That's really what Thursday was all about. A lot of joking around, a lot of antics, I guess you could say. But all these guys are really cool dudes, and I hope to keep in touch with all of them. I'm probably going to creepily follow them on social media later after this, so whatever. Thursday didn't really do much. Friday, what did we do Friday? I think Friday might have been a fun time. I think we just went to Friday. Here we go. Friday we went to this bar arcade thing, played all these fun games like they had mini bowling, they had pinball, they had bubble hockey, all this really cool stuff. It's called Coupe de Ville was the restaurant. It was super cool. So like next time I'm up in Pittsburgh, definitely going to have to go hit up Coupe de Ville again. I highly recommend you do so if you're in the Pittsburgh area. I have a decent amount of Pittsburgh listeners. But really like that spot. No, nothing really. I don't think no. Okay. So here's something that happened. My one friend, we'll call him Capicola, like the sandwich. We'll call him Capicola, like the sandwich. He was, had a vape pen. Didn't make a big meal out of it. Just a little... like really quickly, and he kept his mask on. So like, he's not spraying the smoke everywhere. Spraying the smoke. I'm an idiot. I'm the dumbest person to walk with you. The smoke is not going everywhere. Okay. Or the vape, whatever. I don't vape, clearly. All right. He has his mask on. He's doing this. And after he does this, a worker comes up right next to him. A worker comes up right next to him with a freshly like laminated sign and tapes it up like head level. No vaping. He's got a vape and like it apparently pisses off the entire restaurant because like they immediately have to go laminate a sign and put it up right next to his face. It's like, no vaping, don't let this guy in here. And then I guess it was bad optics for the restaurant because we had been putting money on the pool table to gamble like with each other when you play pool. Like that's a classic look. Like I'm gonna put my money down on the pool table, like That's what you have to do. It's good optics. It looks cool. They didn't like that. So they saw us doing that. Then they set like a bouncer or somebody over beside of us, and he just sat there and watched us. The guy didn't even have his mask on. One of our guys that was playing a game, maybe he had a drink in his hand, something like that, was playing a game, had the mask. It went under his nose for some reason, one way or another. And the bouncer immediately, hey, bro, get your mask back on. Guy, you don't have one on. Okay? You didn't have a mask on. So you can't be on us about having it under the nose. In a place, like, dude, as soon as you have a drink, it's all legal. We're not breaking any guidelines here. Put your mask back on, bro. There's so much. And I used to like want to be nice to every bouncer in history. Especially when I was in college, like I was obviously like a frail, lanky dude, and I knew that like they could throw me out by just like a slight push. I could be thrown out of the building. All right. But now that I get older and I see all these bouncers, bro, they have too much of like a god complex. Like they think their last name is on the bar above the building. It like, dude, you are just a bouncer. You wear a black t-shirt, and most of these guys aren't even like strong. They're just like burly guys. Maybe some are just like straight up fat. And they think they're like cops or something like that. Dude, Mortal Kombat and Pac-Man are in your building. You're not a tough guy. You're not guarding cell block 8. You're guarding Miss Pac-Man. So now I have a personal vendetta, I guess, against all bouncers, I guess. They think like, I feel like most bouncers, honestly, when the night starts out, they are looking for a fight. I feel like a lot of bouncers, obviously they're not drinking on the job, or maybe they are, but I feel like a lot of those guys have a bunch of pent-up aggression. So if a drunk college kid or something like that gets in their face, says something mildly stupid, it's on like Donkey Kong for them, bro. Like they think they're in the UFC. It's so dumb. So dumb. So the only negative part was that. Otherwise, Coupe de Ville, really cool place. After that, I think we went back to one guy, we'll call him Jens. I think we went back to Jens' place, and Jens had this apartment, and the balcony on the apartment was crazy. Overlooked like the city, overlooked Mount Washington, all this stuff. So cool, bro. Super nice apartment. Hung out there for a little bit. Then we went. This was like one of the big things that we had to hit. A couple of the big things were like we had to go to a bar, we had to go to a really nice steakhouse, and we had to go to the casino. And we did all of those things. But Friday night, we went to this really nice steakhouse called Eddie V's. I was expecting Eddie Van Halen, was not Eddie Van Halen. And it's a really nice place. A lot of these people are wearing shirt and ties. A lot of these people are wearing like collar shirts. And we did, some guys wore polos, some guys wore Oxfords. I wore a Canadian tuxedo. I thought that was a good bit. I wore denim on denim, like the Mario Brothers theme, denim. I looked like John Mellencamp. I walked into like this place, order a $50 steak, and I'm looking for Jack and Diane. That's just what I do. I thought it was funny. I thought it was a good bit. I saw a picture of all of us after, and I might post this, but I don't want to I told them I'd keep anonymity. They wanted anonymity. I'll keep it. But I like this picture of all of us together is really cool. And then you have me in the Canadian tuxedo. Like, I thought it was a good look. All right. Steak was really good, man. And, man, we were just in there screaming, I feel like, because we didn't even hear the music until like at the end of the dinner. We took like a little, like everybody took one collective giant breath. And it was just like, oh, wow, music was playing this whole time. Like, we might have been ruining somebody's evening. But we weren't the only ones screaming. Somebody in there had balloons. They brought balloons, like, when girls on their 21st birthday get the big 21 balloons. They brought those in. I don't know what it was for. It could have been like a 29th birthday or something like that. But somebody brought that in. And there was screaming and yelling and dancing and clapping beside of us. And I guarantee you, this restaurant saw our gang, saw our unit, and was like, we need to put these guys in the back by themselves. Don't put them by a window where everyone can see them. Maybe even put them by the bathroom. We need to hide this group. We're a rowdy bunch. We like to have fun. Dinner was great, though. The steak was excellent. All the sides were excellent. I had a little bit of a panic attack, and I want to give a shout out to the gang for helping me calm down. because that's something I'm working on right now is my panic attacks. And you guys calm me down, and I appreciate that. I'm forever in your debt. After the steak night, there wasn't enough time because everything closes in Pittsburgh at like 11, okay, or 12 or something like that. So I think we just chilled back at the house, the Airbnb. I stayed at my one friend's house that lives there, and then Saturday was like the big hoopla grand event day because everybody's leaving on Sunday. So Saturday, it's 75 degrees in Pittsburgh. I felt so good mentally that day. I just essentially beaten a panic attack the night before. And the sun was shining, the doves were crying. It was a really great day. I was walking around with my best friend. We were getting pastries for the gang. We were getting a couple of other things for the gang that were requested. And it was so much fun to just walk around the city, man. And I don't know, the energy, the sunshine. I'm with one of my best friends in the entire world. It just felt really good, man. And I needed that feeling. I felt like I hadn't had that feeling in a long time. I've been searching for that feeling and trying this and that. And then I had it, I had it for a fleeting moment. But that was one thing I'll remember was Saturday morning, having that really good internal feeling. Saturday evening, however, we went to, I don't even know the name of this place, like Wally's, Lappy's, Brady's. I don't know what it was called. Lafferty's. It was like some outdoor barbecue bar grill thing, whatever it was. And it was really cool, I got to say something here, folks. The amount of talent, and what I mean by talent is the amount of gorgeous women that were at this place. Wow. It was insurmountable odds. I mean, there was so many women there. It was insurmountable. And I mean, I was just shell-shocked. I was stunned because I've been locked away in my woodland hideaway in West Virginia for so long. I forgot what a flock of gorgeous women really looked like. A gaggle of girls. I forgot what that looked like. And so I was shell-shocked. I was like, what's this over here? What's that? I'm just starstruck. So we're at this outdoor bar for what seems like an eternity because it was a 3-hour wait for a table. And we got there, we're like, nah, we're not doing that. We're going to wait a little bit. And we ended up waiting the entire 3 hours. And then a massive table opened up and we were gambling on college basketball and people were running to the drink line and it was so much fun. I ordered a basket of fries. I feel like that was a smart decision. I feel like I hadn't eaten a lot that day. Basket of fries probably saved my life. And gambling on basketball, I went on a heater. I'm up like $200 on sports. So, I mean, at least that pays for like my hotel night one and a little bit of gas or gas and then some for travel. But then one of our friends, we'll call him Jens, he knew a bunch of these women that I don't know how he knew them, but he knew them. And they were sweet, and we shared a table with them, and they were all really kind. I think a couple of them said they'd subscribe to the show. We'll see if that actually happens. But one of them came up to me and said, like, hey, will you watch this table for us while we go eat? And then we'll pay you. And then we come back, we can have the table back. And I said, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. That's not happening, Toots. That ain't happening. I don't know if that person had ever been told no in that scenario. You know, a gorgeous woman like that probably has been told no a lot in situations like that. And I'm not going to like simp for somebody and hold a table for them. Why would I do that? Why would I wait at that restaurant whenever we have a bunch of other plans? Why would I do that? You know, I'm not that kind of guy, you know, and to say you're going to pay me, come on, man. Come on. We ended up actually staying at the restaurant till the girls came back. They said that they would pay me to watch the table for him, and I didn't want to look like a simp, so I was like, nah, I'm not doing that, dude. Like, I don't know what we're gonna do for the rest of the night in the city. And we were there so long gambling on basketball that they just ended up coming back anyway, and we didn't get money for it. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I felt really bad for my one friend. We'll call him just idiot. We'll just call him idiot because this move was just an idiotic move. The background of her cell phone is her kissing a man, and he's trying to mac on her and like trying to flirt with her. and they seem to be having a nice conversation, but I'm sure it's only like a base level conversation. Like, I'm sure it's just about like career. It's not about you look good. It's not about like this or that. It's just strictly like career. Where are you from? That's it. And what's up with this gang? Where's your gang from? Where's my gang from? What do they do? What do you do? That's it. You know, I'm sure it didn't get much deeper than that. And I had to be the one to break the news to him that she indeed had a picture of another man on her phone as her background. I didn't see it. That news was given to me by another guy. I can't think of a good nickname for him, but it doesn't matter. So I felt bad for the idiot, because the idiot was macking hard, and we could all see it from a mile away, and we were cheering for him, but just wasn't gonna happen, man. And then Saturday night we ended up going to the casino, we got seats to watch the pay-per-view fight. I picked the right guy. I don't know much about fighting, but I picked Nagano, and he knocked that guy out. Pow. Fighting is terrifying. One swing of that, man, I'm dead. If those guys hit me with one swing, I'm a literal dead man. And then I think I just went to bed after that, man. I was so exhausted. We had done so much running around. I was just gassed. I was gassed. And then I had a slight panic attack in the middle of the night because I got a message from Hinge. I got on Hinge. I have never downloaded Hinge. There's been no need for me to download Hinge. But now that I have Hinge, I am cleaning house. I am absolutely crushing it on Hinge. I love Hinge. I might be the Hinge God. I think Hinge is great because it showcases my ability to be funny, showcases your ability to say words, and I think it's great. On Tinder or whatever, people are just like very bland, very basic. Like if your profile has no words in the bio, I'm going to assume that says the most about your personality, because nothing says more about your personality than nothing at all. You're a very boring person. Fair enough. I think, ladies, I think you'd say the same thing. If a guy has nothing in his bio, I think that's a very boring thing. At least say like, dude, if you're like, my name is Jessica, I love coffee, my favorite color is purple. That's something. That's something, dude. I'll work with that. I like purple. I don't drink coffee, but we can go over on a coffee date. I'll get a water, croissant. Just say something. And so the beauty of Hinge is you get to answer topics, you get to answer questions, you get to have a caption on your photo. I went with no captions on the photo, but I did answer like 3 topics, and I think they were pretty funny answers, clearly, because I've been clearing house. The beauty of it, though, is I don't even have to be in my hometown. Like, I'm out in Cheyenne, Wyoming, absolutely dominating the Hinge scene. It's crazy. I love it. I'm like, yeah, I just moved out there. I got a horse. I got a farm. It's a ton of fun. You should come check it out sometime. It's great. So Cheyenne, Wyoming, my many listeners in Cheyenne, I'm actually not there. Sorry to break your heart. But I got a message from a girl on Hinge. I told her, like, hey, like, I'm only in town for a couple nights. If you want to have a casual meetup, we can go get drinks or something like that. Let me know. And she said, casual, ? You do realize we're in the middle of a pandemic, right? Oh boy. I take the pandemic just as serious as everyone else. You know me. Germaphobe Frank does not play lightly when it comes to the pandemic. I follow the guidelines. Whatever the state's guidelines are, or national guidelines, whatever, because every state varies. I follow that. I wear my mask, wash my hands, social distance, Apparently, in her mind, you can only spread COVID if you go out to brunch together. That's it. That's the only place you can get it. Dude, I've been vaccinated. She said she was a public healthcare worker or a public healthcare student. I figured public healthcare, you're probably vaccinated, or at least you know the guidelines and standard protocol. I was incorrect. She threw me for a loop because the very first thing that she said in her Hinge bio, it said something about travel. And it said, where do you want to travel? Where do you want to go to? And she said, anywhere, because this effing pandemic is killing me. Oh, okay. So the effing pandemic is literally killing you, A public healthcare worker, you should know how many people the pandemic is literally killing. I thought we could just travel to Wallabies again. I love that place. I thought you and I could travel there. But no, can't travel there because I'm the big dumb idiot who suggested to go on a date on a dating app. That's on me. Dude, don't say take me anywhere. And then when I suggest let's go somewhere, you throw the pandemic card out. That's just not a good look. That's not a good optics for that person. So I immediately unmatched that person. But it gave me a panic attack because I was like, oh my God, did I do something wrong? Like, am I going to be perceived as a weird person? What did I do wrong? No. I'm realizing this now after having the conversation with my dating counsel. I'm not indeed the wrong person here. I'm not weird. It's a dating app, and I suggest we go on a date. And then you throw the pandemic line. After you saying the pandemic's killing me. Public healthcare student, pandemic is literally killing you, not the others. It's you that's being directly affected by the pandemic. Okay, noted. But I like Hinge, and I foresee myself being on Hinge forever. Wait, that actually sounds bad. Being on Hinge until whenever. I like it, dude. I love the fact that I get to answer stuff. I get to be goofy on there. I'm cleaning it up, man. I'm clearing house on there. I might be in Augusta, Georgia tonight. Who knows? I don't know if it goes international, but I could see myself in Southampton in England. Who knows? I like Hinge, though. What else do we have here? So the therapy's going great. The therapist office is going great. I'm making a lot of progress myself mentally. And he told me I have to start doing more things for myself, which makes me feel good because I feel like my whole life I've been trying to do things for other people, and maybe take a step back to let somebody else do something because I don't want to be, again, it's all about how I'm being perceived, and I'm being perceived as I'd be perceived as a genuinely good person. He gives this up. I lay down a bunt for somebody to go do something else. When in reality, I'm giving up my opportunities. So that's something I'm working on. I wanted to go to Pittsburgh. I'm going to Pittsburgh. I'm not going to let my anxieties or fears take over. I'm doing that. And that was a lot of fun. So hopefully I just continue to make decisions that make me happy, and not in a selfish way, and you could learn a lesson from this too. You have to put number one first, you have to put yourself first. All right. There you go. Let's see. The other things in the therapist office. When I have the conversations with the person and they ask a question that strikes a nerve, but not in a bad way, I find myself being like, ooh, good question. I'm like, oh, see, you uncovered that. That's a nice question. Good job. You figured that out. Like it's a game, like it's a maze. Oh, nice question about mom. Let's delve deeper, shall we? Because me being a podcast host and a comic, I interact with the crowd. There's give and take. When I interview other comics, it's all give. They get to do it and I get to listen. So it's and I make remarks oh yeah, what about this? What about this? So when a therapist their job is to ask questions, to gather information, and I answer their question with nice. Well, what do you mean by that? I answer their question with a question. It's funny because it just goes back and forth. I'm actually going to see my person today after this episode, so it's hard to tell what we're going to get into. I don't know, this is kind of weird, but last week when I was in there, I thought that they had set a booby trap for me. I thought that they were going to see if they were going to mentally break me. If this was Navy SEAL boot camp. This was Hell Week. All right. Week 3 of therapy is Hell Week. Can they break me? Because I walked in there, waiting room packed. All right. The waiting room. Oh my God. I just got a message or a match. I don't have my glasses on. I just got a message or a match from somebody on Hinge. I'm on fire. I'm like Bruce Springsteen. Ho, 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 I'm on fire. That's me, baby. Cheyenne, Wyoming. What up? I thought they set this booby trap for me because I walked in the office and the office is packed. People are on their cell phones screaming. There's a bunch of moms. There's children rolling in the floor. And I walk up quietly to the window and I say, hello, I'm here to see so-and-so. And I have my card. And well, Franklin, your insurance is doing this and that. You actually don't need to pay today. Okay, great. I'm going to go sit down. And then I go sit down, and there's a child playing Ring Around the Rosie or musical chairs with 3 seats. There's 2 kids. And I'm like, can we trade? Can I have one of these seats? And he goes, yeah, I wasn't sitting in it anyway, so you can have it. I'm like, sheesh. Kids are very snide, and I like it though. I like it. They're very cut and dry. I like it. There's no fluff with kids. I like it. And so then this kid proceeds to get on the ground, roll around on all fours, and starts barking like a dog. And I'm looking around thinking, like, is this Impractical Jokers? Is my therapist watching me from his office with it? Like, he has me on his TV, and he's like, let's see if Franklin breaks this week. We have a bunch of yelling and screaming from random people. We have kids acting a fool on the floor. Let's see if he breaks. Let's see if he snaps on somebody. And what if I just, oh my God, I can't take it. And he's like, we got him. I don't know why I think my therapist is setting up these booby traps. Like, you have these yelling kids. You have the yelling parents on the cell phones. You have mistakes with the cards and the insurance and receptionist stuff. It's like all of this piling up. Will that break him? I'm very curious to see what booby traps the therapist sets up this week. I'll be sure to tell you all about it next week on episode 97, except we'll probably have a Comic-Con, so I don't know if we'll get into that or not. But anyways, thank you guys for listening. Again, my Pittsburgh people, I know you guys are listening to this, and maybe some of the girls at the table are listening to this. Thank you guys. Ton of fun on the trip, and hope the best for you and yours. Remember to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, FrankosWorld_, subscribe to the show, all that stuff. All right. In the meantime, keep taking care of yourself and each other, and I will see you when I see you. Peace.